Hey everybody, it's Mr. Awesome here, and welcome to the Aftermath Q&A special. Now, a few days ago, I asked you guys to, ask me questions so that I can answer them. And today, that's what I'm going to do. Now, I want to thank everybody who did ask questions in the comment sections of the video, and I will be answering all of them. I appreciate the questions involving my project that I worked on for 8 months, and again, I'm very proud how it turned out. I'm proud of the feedback that my fans have given me. It's really awesome. I'm finally able to move on from that. It's really fucking cool. It I just can't thank you guys enough. But without further ado, let's get on to the first question. So the first question is from my good buddy Gabby, and he asks, "Will the Mr. Awesome show come back?" Well, Well, yes, it will. As a matter of fact, by the time this video comes out, there will have been there would have already been an episode that has come out. It's Flandre's favorite word, and if you haven't seen it yet, you can probably guess what it is. The thumbnail might have been a little bit clickbait, but it's not far off. Knowing what she said with with the Burger King crown and everything. But if you're asking about will the Mr. Awesome show come back, like classic Mr. Awesome, like with the house and everything, I'm planning on it. It's just I just hope that Gorebox doesn't fucking break. At least it just doesn't break the map, the Mr. Awesome house map. If you don't know, the map editor has been removed because, it was too dangerous for like map projects to work on because it'll just fucking destroy it. That image was of the Mr. Awesome house map. So yeah, I can't add any new additions to it. As far as I can tell, the house map still works, like the file itself, but not like the map editor file, because it'll try to I guess update the the editing thing for it. Like it'll update the map to be like worked on in the new like map editor, but it just corrupts the fuck out of it, and it just does that to it. But to answer your question, yes, it is coming back, and I am planning on probably doing like a finale or something like that next year. Now, will it be over after the finale? I don't know. It's possible I might come back to it like maybe like another year down the road or like a couple months after that. I don't know. I can't tell the future, but I do know that I am coming back to it. The Mr. Awesome show is coming back, and it's gonna still be worked on. So the next question was given to me by Jade Hakare, and they ask, "What's your favorite part of KKHTA?" KKHTA is fucking depressing, but I will say I do like the Postal Dude cameo. Okay, it's obviously not the Postal Dude, but he does look like it, which I thought was pretty funny. Uh, I mean, one of the most impactful parts of KKHTA was like the fight scene between Reimu and Yorihime. Uh, makes a grown man cry. The next question is asked by Legate AJ. Are we all autistic? Well, did you take the Tylenol? We all did. We all got that tism. This next one is written by my buddy Wolfnea. Will Ryan Mitchell survive the whole event, and what is he doing after everything is done? So, what he is talking about is Security Officer Ryan Mitchell. Now, I decided to add Security Officer Ryan Mitchell from SCP Security Stories, which Wolfnea is the developer of. I decided to make him a part of KKHTA Aftermath as a side character. Now, if you've seen the episodes, he's not a pushover. He survived Seki Bunky attacking him and shit. And in the novel, he survives months being trapped inside of Outpost 14 before being discovered by me and my squad. Also, Sakuya fucking hates him for some reason. But to answer your question, after the novel of what happens in the novel, Ryan basically just aids in rebuilding everything. And then eventually he most likely is amnesticized, and 99.9% of humanity and like the population, like the world population of like everyone just kind of fucking forgets that it ever happened. There's just like that small contingent of people who will, and they're basically kind of forced to fucking, have that trauma. But yeah, he survives. He survives and he helps rebuild because he's just built different. Now these next questions are from my buddy Jensen. I love when there's like multiple questions asked. So with the first one, will Mr. Awesome Show welcome characters from KKHTA Aftermath? Well, technically, the Mr. Awesome Show does share the same universe as KKHTA Aftermath. If you looked in the episodes, that's Germa, and that's Germa too. But your question was, will they welcome the characters? Well, yes. If there is an answer, it would be yes. Again, because they do technically share the same universe. 3 questions. Mr. Awesome Christmas Special. I was planning on it, but I might not do it this year. Postal Dude Return. If I can get a decent Rick Hunter voice AI thing, probably it's a possibility. And if I have time for an episode like that, then absolutely, yeah. Favorite SCP game? Well, in general, it would have to be SCP Nine-Tailed Fox. It's free on Steam, and it's being worked on, but it's fun, especially if you play multiplayer with friends, which I have done. Uh, but if we're gonna go for like, I guess, well, I might even say Security Stories might be my favorite. Actually, it's between the two of those. Security Stories might be my favorite. Definitely no bias there whatsoever. This next comment is from It's Me Tax 123. Okay, here are some questions. What are you gonna do next after you finish the KKHTA Aftermath? Well, as I said before, I'm going to continue the Mr. Awesome show, among many other projects. Basically, just, I mean, it's unknown, but all I do know is next year I'm going to be doing a lot of self improvement and stuff like that. Is my armor bulletproof? My cosplay? No. The chest plate, like the body armor there, that's not real. I could very easily buy a real one, though. Will I go buy a real panoramic gas mask, Seaburn gas mask? Yeah. I mean, if I want a military one, you can't just buy those. I don't know. I mean, this one it works, but it's not that I haven't thought of getting a real one. Well, I do technically have a real one. It's just I don't have a filter for it or anything. Also, it just doesn't look like the gas mask that Mobile Task Force operatives wear. I was kind of basing my look off of the SCP Security Stories Mobile Task Force guys. That's why I'm black, like the suit is black, and not like I didn't pick like a brown or whatever to fit like the containment breach style. Can you please get a micro, cause your voice is hard to hear when using that mask? Well, I mean, I was thinking of getting like a small one for that, but I'm probably not going to be doing many like things like what I was doing because it was in the video where I was asking you guys to ask me questions. Uh, I don't know. I might if I need to. Can you tell us about your top 5 favorite Toho characters in your opinion? Yeah, I can give you a list. So my most favorite is obviously Sakuya. Then it's Flandre. Then it's probably Reimu. And then either Koichi or Yukari. One of the two. I don't know. It's never really crossed my mind to just rank Toho characters. All I know is, like, my 2 favorites are Flandre and Sakuya. Or, well, obviously Sakuya is my favorite, and then Flandre is my second favorite. She's gonna be a lot of people's. Flounder is gonna be a lot of people's favorites in the Mr. Awesome show. If they like edgy humor, because I made her a canonical racist. This next one is from my buddy Janssen. If you guys like meme edits, AI type memes and shit like that, be sure to check him out. Especially if you have a more what can I say, a unique sense of humor involving, I guess, politics. I guess I don't know. All I know is some of the shit's funny. But he asks, favorite musical artist. Well, this one's. I mean, it's kind of complicated. I listened to basically whatever my mom listened to, so it was basically like anything from the early 2000s, I guess. Well, like the 90s to 2000s. Me personally, I mean, I just kind of like a little bit of everything. If you listen to my work playlist, it's just a whole lot of fucking everything. Basically anything that sounds good. It's mainly I don't know, like video game soundtracks and remixes and different shit like that. But I don't know, it's a whole lot of everything, honestly. I can actually give you a few examples right now. Yeah, that's just a few of the things I have in my playlist that I listen to basically every day at work. Who needs energy drinks when you got fucking music, I guess? I mean, it actually works. I mean, like, there was the one time where I basically got no sleep because I had to take care of a drunk chick, and I kind of didn't trust her, honestly. I thought that, like, if I went to bed, she was just gonna, like, steal all my shit or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, I'm not helping people anymore, by the way. That's the last time I'm ever doing that shit. I've actually told this story before on my channel. But yeah, anyways, yeah, yeah, no, music can kind of keep you going throughout the day, which is pretty cool, I guess. I still prefer energy drinks, so along with it. So this last one, I saved for last because it does require a lot of like complex, like explaining and stuff like that. I'm I'm sorry, but I'm not even going to try to pronounce the name. But thank you. This is a really good question or series of questions, and I will answer it for you. So they ask, why isn't Sakuya a kaiju in the KKHTA aftermath? She should have died via an anti-maid type combat Vijoka. Well, I actually do have an explanation for this. So there are theories that Sakuya has ties to the moon itself, and like she might also possibly be a Lunarian, uh, and other things like that. But as it is, it's like anything with the anomalous, and seeing as it also ties in with like the SCP Foundation. It's unknown. It's left up to interpretation. But I guess from my standpoint, she's just built different. But in a more, I guess, story point, like a story driven point, the reason why she didn't do all that type of stuff is because there's some like stuff with her kind of having influence from the moon, or not like influence, but like I mean the theories about her being possibly part Lunarian or something like that, I kind of leaned into that a little bit. Now she is a human, but there's like some lore that hasn't been really seen that I have. Uh, I can actually do some explanations here now. But I do want to let you know that the novel isn't the only like lore content that there is for KKHTA Aftermath. Like there are the episodes as well. Um, a lot of the stuff can be answered through that if you watch them, and I will be referencing them whenever I explain things. Now, if you want a more formal answer from a Foundation senior researcher, I can give you that. Here's a quote from Dr. Matthew Clark from Outpost 14. Oh, I'm sorry. Thaumaturgical Research, Outpost 14 in Gensokyo. This is this is after everything went down.
It's not that the moon didn't affect her. It's just that it didn't turn her into a monster like it did to her friends and the majority of the other inhabitants. I should point out that Aya and Renosuke have also survived and did not transform into kaiju or become rabid. She did tell us that she had some weird feelings in her body and mind, but something stopped her from going feral like the others. When we went to collect DNA from the inhabitants a few months prior to the Moonlight Descent ceremony happening under the guise of it being a vaccination program, we discovered something odd with Sakuya's DNA. There was something extremely off in her DNA that set her apart from normal human DNA. I wasn't specifically told what was so different, but it's possible that it had something to do with her immunity to the madness that plagued the Gensokyo. More research is needed to come to a conclusion.
Hopefully that explained it. If you want me to, I mean, you're gonna have to only if you want me to. Sometime next year, I could probably make a more comprehensive video explaining certain things about Aftermath's universe and things because some of it is complicated. I mean, KKHTA itself. I mean, it's some of the stuff in it itself is already confusing enough. You add my additions to it, and it makes it even more complicated because some of the original stuff is different. I might like some of the stuff might have some slight tweaks to it. Like the main stuff in KKHTA is the same. It's just there's certain things that had to have been changed. Not a whole lot. Again, I've explained Aftermath as being the Half-Life opposing force of Koichi Kamiji's heart-throbbing adventure. Like it's not much is changed if I make this canon. Seeing as the creator at the making of this video still hasn't fucking picked the story back up and worked on it. But anyways, on to the next part of your questions. Why don't all the human characters have third eyes? Also, Flander's ability is destruction, not nuclear fallout. Sorry, man. So, basically, the reason why the human characters don't have third eyes, technically some of them do, but you don't see them. They're also exterminated. Yeah, the GOC had a field day with the Saitoris. Anybody seen with one, they would kill them. Well, the reason why the main cast, like the task force members, don't have third eyes, it's because the third eyes were never able to latch onto them. Uh, well, they have guns, and they weren't just gonna let it happen. You see it in the betrayal episode. You actually see shots of me fucking about ready to put a combat knife through a third eye, which that is what happens. When my third eye tried to latch onto me, and I just stab it, it dies. So to answer that question, well, the third eyes weren't able to attach to us because we killed them before they could. I mean, there was a lot of them. Don't get me wrong. Like they literally rained down from the sky. But I mean, automatic gunfire kind of helps thin out the herd. And also, Phoenix's shotgun sends a lot of pellets downrange, so that also helped. Oh, and the thing about the nuclear fallout and Flandre Scarlet, yeah, no, she's not the one, like, she herself is not the reason why the radiation is there. It's because of the barrier. When it, like, see, in KKHTA, you see the barrier fall from the inside, but you don't see what it looks like from the outside. Well, what it looks like from the outside is a nuclear explosion. Basically, Japan got canonically nuked at least 3 times. And what ended up happening was when the barrier fell, all the energy that was being held in the barrier itself, that's what we're going with here, by the way. Yeah. It gets released. There's like some like unknown energy that the Foundation tried to study while they were like in Gensokyo as well. They're trying to figure out how like the barrier worked and how like all that stuff went down. But yeah, um, the wedges, which are the like the facilities that basically allow passage in and out of Gensokyo. Yeah, the the personnel there, they slowly, well, I mean, it was relatively quick, but it definitely wasn't fucking painless. They basically, like, their skin got melted off. And they died from the radiation there, but then eventually the facilities themselves were destroyed when the explosion happened. And it just kind of, like, put radiation everywhere, and it turned the area around Gensokyo into a nuclear wasteland for quite a while. I would recommend that you watch the episodes in the playlist. Are some of them cringy? Maybe. Again, I'm not an experienced writer. I'm not an experienced storyteller, but I'd say I did pretty good. I was more or less trying to focus on the story itself, and I mean, for like my first writing project, I'd personally say it wasn't that bad. It could have been worse. I mean, I guess I could say that my storytelling is better than fucking 343 Industries storytelling, to be honest with you. I'm not calling them Halo Studios. They're not running away from what they did to Halo. But yeah, if you guys want me to make like a video like explaining the more about the story itself that you don't really see in the novels, I can do that if you guys really want me to. Anyways, let's move on to the last part of your questions. How old are the main characters? Lunarians established peace in 1972. I thought it was in the 80s. For reference, present day in KKHTA is 2022. If the main guy was any younger than 40, I'm guessing that's supposed to be me, I do not see him knowing about Gensokyo or any of its individuals aside from the kaiju invasion that occurred. Well, I can actually explain this. The main guy, which is, I'm guessing, me, yeah, well, the SCP Foundation is aware of Gensokyo, as they had, or I guess they do technically still have a facility in Gensokyo. They have a small presence there. It's also, again, as I said, the Mr. Awesome show is also technically canon to KKHTA Aftermath. So that would explain that. But the age of the characters. Me and my squad are all military-aged males in their 20s and possibly 30s. Koichi Komiji, her physical body at this point, I thought it was in the 80s, but apparently it's in the 70s. That would mean, I guess her physical body would be going on 50 years old. Her third eye is probably hundreds of years old. We don't know. But, Sakuya, I guess, physically is in her 20s. But, yeah, the reason why we would know about Gensokyo is, well, because we are, the Foundation has a small presence in Gensokyo. Even at the time, if you see in the episodes, you actually see like the Foundation basically getting their shit pushed in by the yokai that breached Outpost 14. Only it's like over 90% of the personnel in Outpost 14 were killed. Clark and Mitchell are two examples of people who did survive the like all that shit, and they just basically stayed underground in the parts of the facility until they were discovered. But yeah, speaking of Foundation personnel getting fucking destroyed. So when the Lunarians went to war with the SCP Foundation, um Blondebeard's crew, the mobile task force stationed on the moon, yeah, the Lunarians killed them. They were executed. And Lunar Area 32 was also destroyed as well. Now, yeah, so again, it probably wouldn't have been a good idea to be on the moon when the Lunarians wanted to start pulling shit off if you were a human. That's all I'm gonna say. Also, there's actually a question I have. Did the Soviet Union fall in the KKHTA universe? Because it potentially still exists. Now that I think about it, that's actually. I wonder if it still existed. Oh, and by the way, the Lunarians, they obviously do not like the SCP Foundation, but they probably realized it for now. I don't know. They just kind of left the Foundation exist because, well, they weren't much of a threat whenever it came to war, like itself. But like they obviously didn't like the Foundation existing mainly because, well, conflict. But they realized that they're not gonna try to fucking deal with SCP-682, obviously. So they're like, yeah, fuck it, we'll leave him for now. I could just imagine Toyohime just kind of sitting there sipping tea, being like, yeah, no, that shit is your problem. But eventually, the Foundation was kind of becoming a pain in their side because they weren't letting the fucking Third Eyes do whatever they want. They also eventually went to war with the GOC and by extension the United Nations, which the United Nations was kind of preoccupied with trying to keep humanity from going extinct completely. Which, yeah, the Foundation and the GOC did kind of work together, but whenever it came to Koichi Komichi, the Foundation kind of had to scramble to find her before the GOC fucking killed her. Because the GOC were kind of on a genocidal path to killing every single Satori, and possibly, I mean, yeah, they were going after the yokai too as well, but the Lunarians were kind of doing the most of that for them. All I know is the politics in KKHTA's universe, especially if I add if it's Aftermath's universe, because you have like the SCP Foundation, the GOC, the Chaos Insurgency, and stuff like that all in there as well. It makes things like 20 times more fucking complicated, but it's still interesting. I can probably make a video about it and kind of try to explain it the best I can. But if there's anything that that I can't really explain, honestly, it's just up to personal interpretation. But that's like a very big, like it's like a very small, rare thing because most of the stuff I do have reasons for like parts of the story to be how they are. But again, I'm happy on how it turned out. The episodes, the voice acting, I mean, it's not the best, I guess, but it's I did do my best, and I have improved like over the months that I was working on it. So I'd say the skills that I've learned, I'd say I could probably use them in the future if I really needed to, you know. But as a reminder, there is a playlist for KKHTA Aftermath. There are a bunch of episodes that explain more stuff that happened like outside of the novels. Some of those episodes, some of the stuff that's in them actually happens in the novel. Like it's like a word for word recreation in the novel that is in the episodes. Like like Standoff, for example. That literally happens in the novel in the beginning. And Rescue also happens. That's near the end when we find Patchouli and Kokuma fucking gets a 5.56 by 45 millimeter round put through the back of her skull. But I mean, if you have any other questions, go ahead and ask them in the comments, and I'll try to answer them for you in the comment section. But I hope that helped clear up some things for that for like the questions that you asked. I hope it cleared it up for you. But that's basically all the questions that I've been given. So again, thank you to everybody who asked a question, especially the people who asked more than one. It really made me think and stuff like that. So again, I cannot thank you guys enough. This was really really good. Like I loved how this turned out. And yeah, so that's basically everything for now. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe, and this is Mr. Awesome signing out. Peace.